My name is Melissa Delzio, and I am the founder of OurPortlandStory.
Woo!
Yay! Thank you. So welcome to the launch party. As you probably know by now, OurPortlandStory Volume 1 is part yearbook, part insiders, travel guide, part collected memoirs, but is all about Portland by Portlanders. It is the work of 77 authors. Raise your hand, authors.
Yay!
68 designers. One very hardworking editor, Sarah.
Yay!
And a very patient web developer, Andrew. I don't know if he's here. Andrew. Yay! So I wanted to sincerely thank you all for attending and supporting this project. If you haven't already gotten your hands on one of the books, they're available for purchase here. Nick and Keith, $28 cash only. For all of you tweeters out there, the tag for the evening, the hashtag is a Portland Story launch. And if you're not already a follower on Twitter, our Twitter handle is @PortlandStory. Before the readers begin tonight, I want to give you a brief history and overview of this project. 2 years ago, I came up with the idea for a book about Portland by Portlanders that had a bit more personality than some of the other Portland guidebooks. As a graphic designer myself, I wanted a way for designers to be involved in the storytelling. I launched the project with this basic framework in mind in September of 2008. It started with a call for submissions of stories from Portlanders describing one thing they loved about Portland. I got word out through social media, an article in the Oregonian, outreach through my personal networks. From September of 2008 through December of 2008, I collected over 80 submissions of stories, which I pared down to the final 77 that made it in the book. In 2009, Sarah and I worked to edit all of the selected stories. And as they were edited, I matched each story with a different graphic designer who graciously donated their time to bring the story to life on the page. Each page in the book is a different story by a different author and a different designer. A few designers contributed their talents to more than one page, and a few authors were also designers, so they wrote and designed their own pages. In addition to the story pages in the book, there's a story notes section in the back, which I wrote, that gives additional background information, some of the people, places, events mentioned in the book. Then a month or so ago, Andrew Barden and I launched a website, OurPortlandStory.com, which is a central hub for the project. It features all the stories in the book in story view and design view. It's completely searchable. It has a list of designers who contributed to the project, and you can also purchase the book online now as well. And finally, I wanted to mention that this book is an ongoing project, hence the subtitle Volume 1. You may flip through the book and be shocked to find that nobody wrote a story about your favorite neighborhood dive bar, or about the tendency for male residents to grow facial hair, or about Portland's yearly nude bike ride. This is why we are currently seeking stories, maybe your story, to submit to Volume 2. You can submit your story online at ourportlandstory.com/submit. Now on to our readers. If you are a reader, could you make your way up here, please? We are missing 2 readers. I just want to make sure they're not here. Richard Mavis and who was the other one? Oh, Paul Sorensen. Are you guys here at all? Are you? You're Miriam. Well, if you'd like to come on up. Well, I asked, Steve's going to step in, so if you'd like to as well. Then. Oh, yeah, we have 2. All right. Okay, so we have a lineup tonight of 8 authors who are going to read their stories from the book. They're going to introduce themselves and tell you what page number the book is on, so you can follow along if you wish. And up first we have Lois.
All right, Lois.
I'm fairly certain these came from the free box, so that's why I chose them. I did launder them first. So my name is Lois Leveen. My story is on page 24, and it's about the free box. One of the best things about Portland is the free box. Maybe my affection for it stems from a reuse, recycle-oriented environmentalism, or from an ethos of communal sharing, or maybe just from my own cheapskateitude. Whatever the reason, it is always a thrill. Walking or biking through the city, you come upon a random cardboard box, the word free scrawled on the side in marker. You lean in to discover a seemingly arbitrary assortment of objects waiting to be claimed by passers-by. Clothing, cookbooks, a birthday gift for my snootiest neighbor. I have gotten them all out of the free box. And the old adage, "'tis better to give than to receive," certainly rings true regarding free boxes. Nothing is more entertaining than setting your discards out, then sneaking back inside to see what gets snatched up quickly and what lingers longest as strangers pore over your stuff. But the true joy comes from the serendipitous reciprocity of both giving and receiving. Farewell, old camping cookbox. Hello, hideous yet groovy candle holder. It is such a venerable Portland tradition that this past October, I saw someone ambling through the last Thursday Alberta Art Walk, costumed for Halloween as a free box. And there's a picture of a free box on the page that has my story. So I happened upon this particular free box one bright June day. The donor's confusion of tambourines with cymbals pales next to the whimsical brilliance of using pot lids as percussion instruments. Perched downtown, the free box glimmered an unabashed invitation for someone to claim its bounty and make a righteous Portland noise. Woohoo!